What's going on, YouTube? My name is Gannon. I'm here with my 10 essentials from my own personal closet. Today I brought a little piece of my Visvim collection. I'm a huge fan of the brand, in case you didn't know that. And I think for me, one of the things that brings me and gravitates me towards a brand like Visvim is really, I think when you're getting into the upper end of kind of fashions and brands and things that you're looking for or things you're being particular about, I think fabrics and processing and things like that are really kind of what attracts me to a brand like Visvim. So I just brought a little sample for you guys to see at home, and yeah, I guess we'll get right into it. I bought this crew neck sweater with the 3/4 sleeves from the last Contrary Depth drop. You know, I think when I purchased this, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to feel about the 3/4 length sleeves, but I've actually been a really big fan of it. I'm somebody who wears like bracelets, and I think that when you can see the sleeve end, I think it actually adds a little piece of the silhouette, which I also really like. I think that those things are also kind of something else that you may be particular about. Going over to the next piece, I got this jumbo hoodie, real relaxed fit, a little bit oversized. Both of these have a crash processing. It's a little bit more noticeable, I think, on the crew neck sweater, but it has a good color variation, a little bit of fading to it. I think, you know, similar to the Grindle wash or something, where like you take away the whites or the black and you add a little bit of fading, a little bit of that vintage feel, I think is a nice touch when you're kind of putting together the rest of the outfit. I think this is probably my most worn piece. I actually use this exact piece in my minimal wardrobe that I did with Canoe Club. This is the 101 XX. This is a jumbo cut. So this is a more wide silhouette of a denim jacket of a type 2. I think that this is going to be my most essential thing for everybody to own. I think that there's room for denim in just about every outfit. If you're not wearing denim jeans and you're wearing a pant or a fatigue, or I think you can always use the denim jacket to really kind of elevate a look. I didn't bring any t-shirts. I think all that, to me, you know, I really enjoyed the t-shirt element of the last 2 episodes. There was a lot of sentimental value. I don't have any sentimental t-shirts, unfortunately, but I think that those are kind of a no-brainer. Like, you're probably going to have t-shirts, or, you know, white tees, natural tees, black tees, anything like that. These, to me, really, all of these pieces that I brought really kind of elevate everything. Another thing too, like, I think Visvim really just makes clothes that I want to wear and that I feel comfortable in. This, I think, is just essential for anybody who is dabbling in a brand like Visvim. You kind of need an Irish jacket. This is the jacket cut opposed to the liner cut, so this is kind of designed to be more of a top layer. The key thing for this piece is that it's reversible. So I feel like you kind of get a 2-in-1. This one was also mud dyed, so it has a little bit of a matte element or matte finish on the nylon side of it, whereas on this side it's got a little bit more sheen to it. The rayon. Let's throw this baby back on the hanger so it's easier to deal with. It's got pieces over on the elbow here that I think just kind of add a different feel. So if I want something that has a little less kind of gray and a little more green, I can kind of mix it up. And then I was obviously going full X Games mode, so I did the same thing with my Thorson bomber, and I also got the reversible one because I'm greedy. So this one, same thing. Very classic black bomber. Can't go wrong with a jacket like this. You know, I think if I wasn't gonna have a bomber in my personal wardrobe, I'd probably have like a moto jacket or some sort of leather, something that is kind of timeless. It's never gonna go out of style. Personally, I feel like leather jackets have a hard time being full season. I feel like it's never too cold to wear one, or it's never hot enough to, like, it just, temperature-wise, I feel like I have a hard time wearing leather jackets in the past. This particular Thorson, same kind of ordeal, where it's the heavyweight nylon on the outside, rayon on the inside. It's got this kind of like two pockets that are high and tight, and then it's got this, I don't know, it's kind of sick though. So once you kind of flip the bomber inside out, you can see the pocket elements change. The zipper is now covered, whereas opposed it was exposed on the other side. And then obviously you can see it's a little less classic, a little less traditional, more, in my opinion, kind of Japanese flair, where we're thinking outside of the box. I will say too, at most bombers, most seasons, something to pay attention to with a brand like this is the weight of these jackets vary, the cuts of these jackets vary. Really trying to figure out what styles and things that you want are kind of the game that I like to play personally when I'm shopping and buying for things. So I like this. I like that this has a touch. This personally is one of the heavier jackets that I own from Visvim. All right. The next piece, I got this spring, summer, or fall, winter 20, I don't know what season it is. Somebody online will know. Custom bandana kerchief. Again, if you are into Visvim, I personally think that this is an essential. You got to have this in. This is like one of the most iconic jackets that they make. Usually it's the regular bandana one, but I like this custom bandana. It's got some kind of, as Chase would say, some Visvim hits on it. Also, this is a natural indigo dye. So, you know, I love the attention to these processes that just take a little bit longer, a little bit more time. More people are touching the garments. I know that this is a brand that people feel kind of off-put by due to the price point. I feel you. But I think most of the time when you see these garments in person, you can really feel the attention to detail, the cuts, and just, it's just a little bit different. If you can kind of get past the price, or you can find a cheaper price, highly recommend getting you a piece from this brand. Without having this be completely one-dimensional, I brought a couple double RL pieces because in my experience, I've had a really hard time with Visvim pants. The cuts are hard for me to nail, especially if I can't have them online. Ralph Lauren's been doing it for years, and I think that double RL goes great with a lot of the stuff that Visvim is doing, and was really upset that I didn't get the French Blue Canoe Club Orslo pants, so I kind of was on the hunt for a pair of herringbone pants. I really love the kind of vintage military buttons that they add on. These pants I probably wear the most. I got a couple pairs of Camo Visvim pants that I enjoy, but this seems to be a little bit more everyday. I also could have brought some blue jeans, but that just seemed a little boring. Lastly, well, I got some shoes. Almost last. We're almost there. I got this double RL Camo Bag. I think a lot of the clothes and garments that I buy are pretty straightforward. I think a brand like Visvim makes pretty straightforward clothing. It is more of the attention to detail that they focus on. So when I picked this bag, I love this frog skin camo. It just adds a little kind of riffing off the rest of the military inspo. When you're wearing something that's all black, or you're wearing something with just denim and gray or a little bit of blue, I think the camo can really work with anything, and that just kind of caught my eye. I walked to work. I think that, you know, if you're unsure, you don't have a bag, get one. I like to pack my lunch. Maybe I need to pack some new shoes. Maybe it's raining and I want to wear some sandals. I pack my rain boots. Lastly, for the people out there, white shoes. This is essential. As you can see, they're a little dusty. that's why I brought them. I have a cleaner pair at home, but I think something that I want to touch on is if you are spending a lot of money on clothes and you're really taking your time to research these brands, find something that you connect to, it doesn't really mean anything if you're not wearing it. If you are not giving these clothes a life or giving them a personality or letting them change, you know, I really love the like salvage denim kind of philosophy of like you kind of make it your own. They have the fades, they have the rips, you know, they have the scuffs or the aging on the toe. You know, that to me is where the personality of all of these garments come from. And I think sometimes, and I'm guilty of this too, where I'm buying clothes and I'm babying them and you know, they become too precious, and after a certain period of time I can't wear them. This should be about wearing your clothes, finding your wardrobe, finding your look, feeling comfortable, and yeah, giving these clothes a life, especially buying the stuff that's built to last. And then lastly, grizzly boots. I don't know what more I really need to say about them. I think this is probably one of the most iconic boots that Visvim's done. And yeah, they're heavy duty. They're the real deal. I actually purchased these with pretty bad heel drag and I got them resold. There's plenty of life left in them. I mean, between a pair of white shoes and a good pair of boots, you don't need much. Not that that's stopped me. I have multiples of each, but you know, for those of you at home, you don't need so much. But I get you if you do. That's it. Those are my 10 pieces, and I'll do a part 2 if we need to. I'll bring some other heaters out of the woodwork. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed. Tell us what you think. I love you. Goodbye.